You open the confirmation email with the soft glow of your phone screen in a quiet room, and there it is, in small gray type. Non-refundable. Your stomach drops. The calendar on the table looks suddenly sharp, and you can hear the faint beep of the kettle as if the day itself is ticking down. You're not alone. That little line has ruined more plans than delayed flights. But non-refundable doesn't always mean no refund. It means the airline's default sale price won't allow a cash return without specific reasons, and that's where the legal work begins. Listen, I've helped friends and clients turn non-refundable fares into refunds or usable credit, and I'm going to walk you step by step through what to check, what to document, and what to say.
If your flight happens to be canceled or delayed, Compensair will help you get compensation for the inconvenience and get your money back without wasting time on red tape. Get a refund for your canceled flight right
now. Keep calm, because your first moves, before you call, before you post on social media, before you file a chargeback, determine whether you get anything back. Step 1. Find the rules. Pull up your booking code, PNR, and the fare rules. On the airline website or your confirmation PDF, look for phrases like fare conditions, cancellation penalty, or involuntary refund. If you bought through a travel agent or third-party site, open their receipts too. Sometimes the agent's terms give you extra options. Screenshot everything: the price, the date you purchased, the exact fare code, and any language about refunds, name changes, or travel credits. Step 2. Check timing. Many fares are protected by a 24-hour cancellation window if you booked at least 7 days before departure. That's an easy win if you act fast. Outside that window, look for schedule changes. If the airline changes departure time by a threshold, commonly 1 hour or more, or cancels your flight, most airlines must offer a refund, even on non-refundable tickets. Also check for government or health travel restrictions and jury duty or bereavement policies. Airlines sometimes grant refunds or waive penalties for documented emergencies. Step 3. Gather proof. If your reason is medical, get a dated doctor's note or hospital discharge. If it's a work cancellation, save the employer email. If the airline cancelled or retimed the flight, save the notification and the new schedule screen. The more contemporaneous your evidence, the stronger your case when you call customer service or your card issuer. Now the rule behind the rule. Why do airlines sell non-refundable seats? Think of it like a theater's discounted final sale ticket. The cheaper the seat, the less flexibility the seller grants. The airline hedges against last-minute cancellations that would leave seats empty. You're buying a price, not flexibility. That trade-off is real, but it doesn't erase other obligations the airline has, like refunds for involuntary cancellations, government taxes, or consumer protection rules. Concrete outcomes and cost ranges. If you cancel a non-refundable economy fare yourself, most airlines will convert the value into travel credit after deducting a change fee. That fee ranges widely, from $0 on some low-cost carriers up to $400 or more on transcontinental or premium fares. If the airline cancels or materially changes your flight, you can often get a full cash refund that might take 7 to 30 business days. If you file a credit card chargeback, you might recover the money but risk a long dispute, 30,120 days, and no guaranteed outcome. Worst case, you lose the ticket value entirely if you miss deadlines or can't prove involuntary changes. Cheapest, safest route? Prioritize refunds that the airline is obliged to give before you escalate. Start with an online refund request form if the airline has one. It creates written evidence. Call customer service, be polite but firm, and ask about their involuntary refund or schedule change policy. If you bought refundable protection or trip insurance, file that claim now. If you used a credit card with trip cancellation or delay coverage, contact your card issuer. Some cards offer automatic protections for certain reasons. Many useful links can be found in the description. If the airline refuses when their policy says otherwise, escalate. Ask to speak to a supervisor, record dates and names, and request written confirmation of any denial. If you believe the airline wrongly denied an involuntary refund, for example, a cancellation or a government travel ban, you can file a complaint with the U.S. Department of Transportation, or your local aviation authority, that often pushes airlines to reverse decisions. Also consider filing a chargeback with your credit card as a last resort. Submit your documentation, your refund requests, and the airline's denial. Banks have timelines and rules, and you must be honest about the reason for the dispute. A specific misleading claim I see all the time: website pop-ups or booking site fine print that says no refunds without clarifying exceptions. Some third-party sites advertise cheap fares as final, while the airline still allows refunds for schedule changes or mandatory government restrictions. Always check the airline's policy directly. Another trap: some carriers charge a phone service fee to process a refund request over the phone. You can refuse, request the refund online, or insist they waive the fee when the refund is granted because you're entitled to a cash refund under consumer rules. How to say no to the upsell. When an agent tries to sell immediate rebooking, seat upgrades, or a travel voucher in exchange for dropping your refund request, respond with a scripted line: "I need to know if I'm eligible for a cash refund under your published policy. Please confirm the policy in writing or transfer me to a supervisor." If they persist, politely end the call and either use the online form or file a complaint. Keep every confirmation number and email. When to use a chargeback. Use it if you have strong documentation, the airline refuses all remedies, and the online complaint routes are exhausted. Prepare a clear timeline: purchase date, flight date, copies of emails showing cancellation or denial, and screenshots of policy language. Remember, chargebacks can succeed, but they can also be contested by the airline, so only pursue this when you have evidence. Practical example. Sarah bought a non-refundable ticket for $350. Airline schedule changed departure by 5 hours. She saved the notification, refused a voucher, and asked for a cash refund. The airline initially offered only credit. After escalating and filing a DOT complaint, she received a full refund in 12 business days. In another case, Mark missed the 24-hour window and canceled to avoid weather. He got a $300 credit after a $50 change fee. Not ideal, but usable toward a future trip. Expect those kinds of outcomes. Final checklist before you act. 1. Screenshot everything. 2. Check the airline's published rules for involuntary refunds. 3. Use online refund forms first. 4. Document every call. 5. Escalate to supervisor and regulatory complaint if necessary. 6. Consider chargeback only with full documentation. If this feels like a lot, remember, most successful refunds come from methodical documentation and polite persistence. Airlines respond to written requests and regulatory pressure more often than they reverse a casual complaint on social media. If you found these steps useful, subscribe for more clear, practical travel help, and hit like so others can find this too. Safe travels, and don't let a small line on a confirmation steal your trip.